Hey everybody, I'm Rob.
And I'm Lori Marie Jenkins.
And we're both artists.
And we have
moved to Costa Rica.
Oh my goodness. We just got back from a little hike, so I'm kind of warm.
I know,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. It's a humid day today.
Yes it is, but gorgeous.
Yeah.
Hasn't rained much. They've been threatening a lot of rain, but we haven't seen it yet today.
Right, and if any of you have heard about the tropical storm coming, it's had a negligible effect where we are.
Yeah.
It's gone north of Costa Rica and Nicaragua, so we didn't even get rain today.
Nope, did not. So,
Right. But,
all right, well, it's been a good week.
Yeah.
We'll start off with our residency.
Right. So earlier this week, we found out that first Lori Marie, and then later the same day, my residency application has been approved.
Woo! Woo! Sorry, missed my cue.
Woo! So that's really good. That's good. We got all of our official apostille paperwork in March. And we got our fingerprints done when we showed up early May, so it went pretty fast.
It went very, very quickly, actually.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There are some issues with the Caja, Social Security, and Healthcare department here because of the Costa Rican cyber hack, the ransomware hack. So we're not sure exactly what next steps are. We're in talks with our lawyer about all that, but just getting our temporary residency applications approved is wonderful.
Very, very good.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yep. And I'm going to take that as a segue into some shopping that we did today.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a market called Bay MA.
Mm-hmm. Bay MA.
Bay MA. And I really enjoyed it. It's a much smaller market than Walmart. Much smaller, and it was a lot of fun to go up and down the aisles, and they are, I think, very competitive price-wise.
Oh yeah,
with Walmart. Very easy to see. The selections wasn't overwhelming, so that was great. And the reason I'm bringing that up is when we checked out, if we had had our
Cedula,
our
Costa Rican ID,
right, we would have gotten a 5%
cashback or discount, something like that.
So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be for residents and things like that. So that was kind of fun. So that was a fun day.
Yeah.
Farmers market, and then over to Bay MA, which was very fun.
And just a quick aside, if you haven't been here and gone to national parks or just about anything, almost everything here has a different price for foreigners than it does for Costa Ricans. For example, we'll tell you about the Alturas Wildlife Sanctuary we went to. And it was $25 a person for Lori Marie and I. If we were Costa Rican nationals, it would have been 10. And so it's sort of a tax on people coming here and using the resources in a sense. And Costa Ricans in general have a lower standard of living. They don't make as much money.
Yeah, their income.
Yeah, their income is lower, and so I have no problem paying more.
I have no problem paying more.
And then when we're paying into the Caja Social Security and all that, and we get the discounts from that.
That'll be nice too, because we are on a fixed income.
Yes, we are.
Here in Costa Rica, so that'll be nice to have those discounts. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so.
Alturas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So last week, right after we made the video, we went to Alturas, Wildlife Preserve
or Sanctuary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Our friend Julia was our guide, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So you want to tell them a little bit about it?
Yeah, basically it is a wildlife sanctuary for wounded animals. Wounded, injured animals, animals who had been in poor care, things like that. So they find animals that have been hit by cars. They find animals that have been kept in some pretty poor conditions.
Kept as pets.
Yeah.
You know, wild animals that were kept as pets, and then the pet owners are like, yeah, this is too much for me.
Or private zoos that were illegal.
This caiman was only this big when we got it, and now it's like, 6 feet long, and I don't know what to do with it. So.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. It's a non-profit. All the money for the tours and everything goes back into rehabilitating the animals. Their goal is to get animals back into the wild, and they've got a really good crew of professionals and volunteers who work to that goal. So
we saw the area where the animals that we saw were there for the duration.
Yeah, for life.
Yes.
They're
We
lifers.
did not see the rehabilitation area because it's disturbing to the animals to have humans come like that, and they don't want
Right.
want the human contact anyway. So
Yeah.
we just got to see the area where.
But if you are in, it's between Dominical and Uvita, and if you look it up on TripAdvisor or anything, it'll come right up, and highly recommend it.
Yeah,
Great
highly
place.
recommend it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and they have, I'll say a hotel.
Villas, yeah, beautiful.
And a beautiful view and a little,
Little pricey.
a bistro and.
Yep, yeah, wonderful
So-
pool, wonderful view of the ocean.
Yeah.
So nice place to stay.
Yep. Nice place to visit.
Nice place to stay if you're not us.
Right, on our fixed income. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alturas Wildlife Sanctuary, fantastic place. And you were doing some.
Oh yes, I have been driving. I know.
Woo!
Yep, felt like a very big challenge,
Mhm.
and I am finding it very comfortable and very easy. I've been on back roads, I've been
Yep.
on the main road. Rob's been very patient, and I'm very comfortable. Our car's easy to drive. It is a manual, and I'm very comfortable with that. So check that off the list. And I am looking for some Spanish classes, so I have
Yeah.
feelers out for that. So those were my two really big challenges, and I feel very confident in those things. So, yay!
Good stuff.
All right, the last one.
Last one. Oh yeah, yeah. So we try to, well, we answer, Lauren Reed does most of it, answer all of the questions and comments that you guys put on our other videos, which is wonderful. Thank you for that. Keep it up.
Keep it up.
And a number of you have commented on our rapport and our relationship and how well we work together and go through things. And a lot of you have asked how we met. So, here you go.
Okay, here we go. So Rob and I both being artists. Of course, I wasn't an artist when we got together, but I enjoyed the art world. And so our paths had kind of crossed in that world. And I was working at a cafe in Benicia, California, and I also had a catering company at the time, or shortly thereafter, I guess.
No, yeah, you had it when we met.
Okay, all right.
Farmers market.
So I sold some of my vegetarian food at the farmer's market. And mostly every week, this adorable young man would walk past, and spiky blonde hair and a black leather jacket and a fun little necklace on, and I'm like, oh, wow, what a hottie that guy is. He's so cute. A little nice bounce in his step, and so would watch him go by and come back and blah, blah, blah. Well, one time he came up and bought some lasagna.
Uh-huh.
And so I got to see him face to face. And like I say, at the time, I might be skipping over a lot of stuff that Rob wants to say, but I'm telling the story this time. So I was working at the cafe in the mornings, and a young man who was a glass blower with Rob at the time, because Rob was a glass blower when we got together, came in, Jonathan. And the young lady that I was working with says, oh my gosh, it's Lori Marie's birthday. She's 45 years old today. And, oh, happy birthday, blah, 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 blah. So at lunchtime, this cute guy with the spiky blonde hair and the black leather jacket walked in the cafe with a big white box with the ribbon on the top, and he said, I hear it's your birthday. And of course, then the wheels are spinning. Okay, if he heard it's my birthday, he probably heard that it's my 45th birthday, so we must be okay with that. And I opened it up, and it was a hand-blown vase. Jack in the Pulpit.
Yep.
Yellow.
Yep.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Still have it.
Yep. And a little note in there and said, if you're ever interested in going for a walk, let me know, with his phone number. So I ended up calling him and telling him thank you very much for making my birthday so wonderful, and I was interested in going for a walk. And at the time, he lived on First Street. And I walked up to his apartment, and he answered the door, and I went in and sat down, and I said, how old are you? And he said, well, how old do you think I am? And I said, I don't care as long as you're older than my oldest son. and Hanson hubby was born in 1969, and Jeremy, my eldest son, was born in 1971. So, Rob and I have been together ever since. And that was 23 years ago.
Yeah.
23 years ago plus now.
Yeah, her birthday is in April, and so that was, last April was 23 years since I first asked her out.
Yep.
And then last week was 19 years married. So
Yep.
pretty amazing.
Pretty nice love story.
Yeah.
Pretty nice love story.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
You told her well.
Thank
You
you.
told her very well.
Appreciative every day.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good. And we're so like-minded in so many ways. And it's like the challenges and the successes here, we just do it together. And it's like we're willing to put up with things that a lot of other people wouldn't. They're like, oh my God, it's like bugs. It's like, oh, it's dirty. You don't have a sink in your bathroom. It's like,
You don't have hot water in your kitchen.
You have to put your toilet
Toilet
paper in a garbage can.
And then one of you has to collect that once a week. Ay, ay, ay. Talk about intimacy.
Right, and it's an adventure. And so we're in this adventure together.
Yep.
And I get the best partner.
I've got the best partner. All right, I think that's about it for this week.
Yeah, I think we got a couple videos of the wildlife sanctuary. I'm not sure what else we might have. You know, we try to catch little snippets of what we're doing. We're just now literally 2 months in.
Yep.
We
Having
arrived.
fun in the kitchen.
Yep. Oh God, she's making some great stuff.
Yeah, having
Did
a blast there.
Caribbean style gallo pinto.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, so it's fun. It's fun. We're really embracing all the foods here and how to incorporate all that into what we normally eat.
Yep.
But
That's it.
feels good. Feels
That
good.
feels good.
Yeah,
Pretty complete.
so-
We'll have more news for you next week because I think we have something big coming up next week.
Could be. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Well, like our video, please.
Subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah. It's
Leave
not.
comments. That's what
Yeah.
I do when I get up at dark o'clock in the morning. Is I go through the comments and we appreciate them. They're
Mhm.
very fun,
Yeah.
supportive.
I'm better at getting some of the comments some weeks. She does the lion's share of that one.
Yeah, which I find really fun. So.
Yeah. And she's up earlier.
Yep, I am.
So anyway, thanks for joining us on our Costa Rican adventure, our Costa Rican life. And any questions or comments, leave them below.
All right, sounds great. Adios.
Ciao.
And Leo is an ocelot. Ocelots are the third biggest big cat in Costa Rica after jaguars and pumas. People and to, herself as far as
What type of people would take her then? Like, where would you
sanctuary,
find?
another
What would be the
sanctuary.
thing?
And they also have scent glands that run down their backs that allow them to recognize one another in the wild and to communicate with each other. If you're ever hiking in the woods, you will probably smell them before you. The males will actually leave the natal group and go find another troop or create another troop. And in the case of these monkeys, the females are actually the ones that leave the natal group and go another way. They are one of the monkeys we are most concerned about in Costa Rica from a conservation standpoint. He's just doing right now, pick up a tiny little berry or something and then just pop it right back into his throat in one quick motion. They also have serrated edges on the sides of their beaks. So if, they're not going to be able to crack through a nut with that, but if they found a piece of papaya that was just a little too big, they could make it into a smaller piece. As well known in Costa Rica because they are nocturnal and they are not gracing the cover of every single book and swimmers, but they also can fall from 50 feet and not harm themselves. Sometimes it's a defense mechanism. They can, if they get startled by something that she kind of gets a little shy, won't actually talk to us anymore, but she can. She does a lot of talking. Her signature thing is to say, "Hola, Julieta." She says that a lot. The mealy one in particular could live to be 100. They also typically would eat things like fruits, nuts, seeds, a little bit of vegetation in the wild. We had a number of them who came in here in very, very small cages and not adequate food to eat. Some of them, well, one of them came in with nothing but rice to eat and coffee to drink. These are found on the Pacific side of Costa Rica, and then the great green macaws, which are found on the Caribbean side. And this type of macaw was hunted to near extinction a couple of decades ago. So they have a long, sticky tongue that's about 16 inches or 30 centimeters, depending on which one you do. They can get into tiny little crevices to get all kinds of bugs out. They have a cylindrical mouth and no teeth, but they have a really strong stomach that can grind down up to 9,000 bugs in a day. Yeah, he's interesting. This is Dennis. But anyway, so the northern Tamandawa, from one of these branches, supporting his entire body just with the tail, and swing vigorously back and forth. So he can support his own weight plus all the force of swinging back and forth with his tail. Notice they don't have any thumbs. So they have thumbs on their feet, but not on their hands. If you look at an x-ray of their hands, you can see they used to have thumbs. They've got vestigial thumbs, and they just can be just a little bit of a nub of a thumb in there.
That's so good.
And here I am with 2 dogs to love on. This is Mowgli. Such a sweetheart. And Hudson.
Yay, Hudson.
Such a sweetheart. So
our little gray beard.
this is how they get along perfectly. Like this. And it's snuggle down time. Yay!